Welcome to the Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast.
This pig came battling.
Just ended up puking last night. It sucked.
Whoa! Ah! We gut it, we wrap it in tinfoil, throw it over the fire.
All right, everyone. Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast 59. I'm here with Nathaniel Atkins and
The Diabetic.
And what is your official title of the brand? Now we keep going back and forth.
Oh, the official title is Director of Sales and Vice President. No, you said it was Vice President, and you said I had to kill a deer this year.
Pending VP promotion.
So that's my motivation this year to kill a deer is to solidify and lock in the Vice President, but it doesn't really come with any perks besides
I might
you
give you
annoying
more work.
me or me annoying you.
Yeah.
More work. Jeez.
So anyway, we're doing this podcast. What is it, September 5th, 2023. This is going to drop here in a couple weeks when you guys hear it. Again, audio, video. We plan on bringing the podcast back. You, at this point in time, you should have seen 2 back-to-back weeks of podcasts, and I plan on, I'm going to emphasize, knock on wood here, podcasts every week throughout deer season.
And, this one's a very special one because we have a tribute can called Rip It. It tastes like an orange dreamsicle. They're very healthy for you, and they're great, and they taste amazing. So go buy yourself a Rip It.
Let's go back this up. So if you guys are not new to the brand, you follow the brand and all that, we're huge coffee drinkers, most of us. Nate is not.
Gross.
He is a Rip It drinker through and through. We did a hunting ground segment on the way to the Illinois Deer and Beer Show, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Well, by the way, real quick, let me just give you a review.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. A hunting ground segment within the podcast.
That's probably a 4.2 out of 5. Can't beat the cherry limeade, but that's right up there.
I gotcha. Out of all the flavors you try to Rip It, where do you rank that?
Ooh, out of all the flavors, cherry limeade's definitely the first. It's a classic. They've had that forever. The orange dreamsicle probably came out, or at least for me, I got that probably 2 years ago. Man. So I would say the cherry limeade's 1, the cherry is 2. This one and F-Bomb are probably 3 together.
Tied.
And then the raspberry lemonade, because I'm not a huge lemonade guy, I'd probably put that 4, which is the one I brought.
I got one to try. So anyway, we did a hunting ground segment on Scooter's Coffee. Scoot right over. And
we are not sponsored by them, by the way.
I laughed. We're a bunch of children. When they said scoot on over, I started laughing. But anyway, after he kind of hijacked the hunting ground segment, and made it a Rip It segment, and Rip It commented, and we appreciate the support. We appreciate throwing us a shout out. They
fuel the energy you need to get through the day.
So anyway, Rip It, if you're listening to this, hook this man up, will you?
I literally drink at least 1 a shift.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten to the point where I drink them out of shift. So I'm just saying I'm your
third shift
face of the franchise.
Third shift patrolman. That's all you need to know. You got to have his energy to survive.
Absolutely. Have to.
So anyway, we'll backpedal up. Number 1, this year for Thin Blue Line Outdoors, there's 2 accomplishments that we really wanted, 3 really, that we really want to accomplish for this year going into deer season. I say we've accomplished 2 of the 3, and we're getting ready to accomplish the 3rd. Number 1, do 2 events.
Yep.
2 shows, expos. Number 2, hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yep, which we did at one of the expos.
Yep. And then number 3 was get our merch up and rolling. I feel like we're halfway there.
Well, so
we got the hats down.
We didn't do a podcast after the Peoria show. We were supposed to. We didn't. But that's where we reached our 1,000 subscriber, which Cody now has to get a tattoo. Anyways.
Yep.
So once we reached 1,000 subscriber, we got our first booth out of the way. We learned a lot from the first booth of what we wanted to do, what we didn't like. That was a huge accomplishment. That was a huge goal.
On all, the good show.
Yeah.
We were very pleased with it. We made some really good new friends. Hot Shot Archery.
How we doing, Mr. Rub?
Dominant Strands. We made Empire Blinds. Made some really good friends from that show.
So the Peoria show was awesome because it was the first appearance in the advertisement world of marketing, suppliers, different things like that, and just really networking. Because that was one thing that we had never done was networking. We got a really strong partnership going with Mr. Rub right now. Hopefully that keeps progressing, and something does come from
hopefully
that.
have some more coming from that here soon.
So that was really awesome just to see the first show, and it definitely motivated us to continue to grow, continue to get more merchandise out. It got us excited, and then we just had this one in Bloomington.
Yep, Deer and Beer Show
At the McLean County Fairgrounds.
Yep, thank you, Cole. Cole was the organizer for that. Cole Thompson. Check him out. Met Cole. Didn't get to talk to him a lot, but man, him seems like a really cool guy, and he put on a good event.
And so, like the second one, there's a little less foot traffic than the Peoria one, which was kind of expected. And so really that weekend was a lot more networking than merchandise sales. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still did good merchandise.
Yeah, and I want to back up a little bit. So the Illinois, the Peoria show, the Deer show, that show or a form of that show has been around since I was a little kid. It was different ownerships there for a while. I think it's switched owners a few times now, but it's different ownerships there for a while. But it's been a trademark here in Central Illinois somewhere for, like I said, since I was a kid, 20 plus years. So expect that. The Deer and Beer Show has only had, to my knowledge, 3 events. COVID kind of caused issues like everything did there for a while. So this is their only 3rd event. And to my understanding, talking to some guys who was there at the first one and the second one, they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where that goes.
There was bigger names at the Deer and Beer Show.
Matthews, Bowtech, PSC, Raven, 10 Point, Working Class Bow Hunters guys were kind of sponsoring the whole thing. Hunt Chef, quite a few.
So there's bigger names, and again, we networked really well. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff going on, and we had to babysit our little brothers majority of the time with Ridge Hunter Outdoors. Yeah,
shout out to Ridge Hunters. Number one, great guys. We were next to them the whole time, and I've been listening. I am now an avid listener.
Time out. Before we say great guys, we had to put an asterisk next to that. Great guys for firefighters.
Yeah, exactly. They were firefighters. But anyway, yeah, I've been an avid listener now of their podcast. I've listened to 4 or 5 of them now. Guys, listen, you did name drop us once, which I appreciate the shout out. Number 2. And that podcast I just listened to, I don't remember what number it is. I'll put it in the details. I know you were talking about us. You said some guys asked us for advice. I know it was us, which is fine because we need all the help we can get. We're dumb cops.
Look what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, so we appreciate the advice.
No, but they were really good. We met a very energetic, enthusiast guy in Holy Smokes.
Holy Smokers Rub Co. Nathan. Number 1, Nathan from Mr. Rub. Thank you for introducing us. And Nathan from Holy Smokers. Right on, man. I tried your stuff for the first time the other night. Good shit.
And he was awesome to be right behind us. We had good relationship going back and forth, helping him get some subscribers, him sending people over to us. So really, as we get more comfortable with booths and with shows, we're taking a little bit of what we found from the first one to the second one, a little bit from the second one to the third one. And hopefully, Cody and I have talked, we're going to for sure try and lock down our Peoria and Bloomington ones because they're in our backyards.
Yep.
And then our goal is to eventually get into some bigger shows and just continue to grow the brand, honestly. It's been fun this past year.
Yep. And speaking of which, I'm gonna let Nate do the sales pitch. So a couple things about Nate here, okay? Number 1, I want to shout out to my core group of guys that have really stepped up, especially the last month or 2. Really stepped up to help me. Nate being one. You got Kyle. You got then the Redcoat and Redneck and Jesse and Ryan. Everybody's got some different roles to play. Kyle's my logo guy. He's my artist, and he's also now helping me with content as well. He just has that natural artistic vibe.
Oh, you guys are in for a treat coming up.
It's gonna be close. They probably will see this on Facebook and social media about what Kyle's got coming. Probably by the time this is out.
That's true. That's true.
The pictures, but there'll be a cool video coming.
Yes, there will be a cool video.
Let's just say, for the fall of 2023, the team has already spilled blood, so we're excited.
We're off to a good start, boys and girls. Oh, how about let me do my best for Redcoat. We're off to a good start, lads.
Perfect. Perfect. You just need the vape now. So Kyle's been helping with that. Honestly, and I'm going to save Nate for last, but Ryan is obviously, he's out of everybody, he's the most not camera savvy, but like it just wants the attention on him, and he does a good job. Like he's entertaining to watch. You can see his passion. He's not faking it. That's really him.
No.
Yeah. There's sometimes we go like, dude, calm down a little bit at work. But what I like to like Ryan, give him something, just let him unleash. Just let's see what happens. Let the magic happen.
Just let him go.
Yep. And then Jesse's right in there helping with making content and stuff too. And I'm excited for what he's going to bring this fall because he's got now a little Wisconsin vibe to it. And then he's really doing really good with the Cooking with the Blue segments. So check that out, guys. But then Nate, his big thing that he's really helped me with is the shows. Nate's the one who's been there the most at the shows, and he's a great salesman when it comes to in person at the shows. And then he will be helping me with content, or not content, merch when we get going a little bit more on that. But anyway, one thing we accomplished that we didn't really set out to do, but it happened. We had an idea what the brand was about. We had a general idea from day one, you know. It has evolved, you know, went from me just sharing my hunts to now a little bit more. We really have nailed down what our mission statement is and what we want to accomplish as the brand. And at this point in time, I'm gonna kick it to Nate to let him be the salesman.
So if you're new to this segment or new to the brand or anything like that, you know, you're gonna hear about why we started this. For those of you that have been following us, whether it's been a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're going to hear this repetitively and some new stuff. So Cody started this 3 years ago. He just brought some regular merchandise home that he was going to give to family and friends. He wanted to document some hunts and show his kids some hunts that he's been on. Cody gave me a hat. That was his first mistake. After he gave me a hat, I had posted it on my Snapchat story, and I had a lot of people wanting to buy the hat. So I texted Cody. I said, hey, I need 5 hats. I've already sold 5 of them. And to which Cody replied, I don't have 5 hats. So Cody's always thought and dabbled about making the brand bigger. But that was kind of the first initial push, I would say, out of the tree.
I just had a small ember going. And you like, take this gas. Let's just
I threw about 5 gallons of gas on it. But
let's see what happens.
But to our credit, we kind of sat down and discussed why we wanted to do this. You know, was it to make money? Was it to, you know, do left, right, or the other? And we agreed that we wanted to humanize the badge, especially with COVID coming around. We were going to have more downtime, more first responders were going to be in it. Go ahead. Yeah,
and we had, you know, that was pretty recent after, I remember, George Floyd riots and all that stuff going on across America. So kind of naturally a part of it.
Yeah, and so obviously we know nationally policing doesn't have the greatest image. It just doesn't. Whether that's because of right or wrong reasons, it just is what it is. And so we wanted to show everybody, which we called humanizing the badge, and show everybody that we are normal guys, just like everybody else, that love to hunt, love to fish, love to do different things like that. Now,
which speaking of that, I'm gonna cut you off a little bit. So like I said, I grew up around not only hunting but policing. I have, on both sides of my family, I have a long list of law enforcement family. In every agency I've spoke to, there's a group of hunters. There's just law enforcement and the outdoors and hunting in particular, for some reason, it attracts the same amount of people. So that's where that connection comes from.
Which, and me being a first responder, being a cop with Cody Cop, with us working together, you know, Cody and I have known each other for, what are we going on, 11 years now?
Not quite, because I'm on 11 years from high school, so
10, 10.
Yeah.
So 9-10 years we
10-year anniversary's coming.
Oh my gosh!
Where are you taking me?
I was gonna say, what are you getting me? But you know, we've been best buds. Not since day one. Cody hated me, but that's a different time.
That's true. We'll tell that story later.
Yeah, that's a different story.
When we get to 100,000, tell that story.
100,000.
Yeah.
You heard of, ladies and gentlemen. But really, since I've been a cop, I never really was into hunting. And in college, Cody was always into hunting and stuff like that, and I was never into it. But
you're into me bringing meat.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love.
What kind of deer salami you got there?
I gotta eat my deer meat. But like, getting into hunting now for the last 3 years, it has definitely been an eye opener because it does relax you, but you still get that adrenaline dump that we love. Which, as we were doing this show, we found out what our mission statement now is, which is getting more first responders into the woods. And the reason why we want to do that is because first responders are under a general umbrella, and that umbrella is chaos. No matter what first responder job you have, whether it's police, fire, Yes, I said fire. And
We do love you guys. We love to hate on you too, but we do love you guys.
And paramedic, anything like that, your job is stressful. I mean, it just is what it is. You go on calls that suck. And this last month of stretches has really sucked on some calls. But, this outlet that we have for hunting, coming over here shooting a crossbow, doing different things like that get you away and, as we said in the show, escape the chaos. That's a huge thing that we want to do. And so as we were talking at the show, we realized, yeah, we do want to get more first responders out in the woods, away from the chaos, and really try to hone in on just finding a quiet place to breathe. Because that's what, honestly, a lot of first responders don't have, is a place to breathe. Yep. I mean, we have a guy at the PD now who has never really hunted, has now been talking to Cody about getting into hunting and what he has to do. Yep. And so, I mean, that just shows what we're trying to accomplish now, and that is to get more first responders into the woods, whether that's one of the team members trying to take you on a hunt if you've never been hunting before, whether that's you coming with us, that you're always hunting your whole life, you just kind of taking a break from it, whatever rhyme or reason, we want to get you into the woods. Yep. And that leads us. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yep. Go ahead.
So we had talked about this at the show a little bit, and
I've been flirting with the idea for probably over a year. I just hadn't verbalized it.
Which, shockingly, again, I kind of pushed him.
Yeah.
So
actually, shout out to this before he says, Nathan from Holy Smokers. You kind of like you told me how well yours is going, and that kind of brought me like, okay, we gotta do this.
Yeah. So our new goal, I shouldn't say new goal, but our new lane that we're gonna start going towards more now is not just humanizing the badge, but like I said, getting more first responders out into the woods. Easiest way we think of doing that is starting a separate Facebook page. So we're still gonna have the original Thin Blue Line Outdoors Facebook page. We're still gonna have
be
all
a
that.
Facebook group.
Yeah. Yep. So now we're gonna make a different Facebook group, and it's gonna be hunting with first responders by Thin Blue Line Outdoors. And the whole point of that is to get more first responders into the woods. And how Nate, how's that gonna work? Well, we're gonna have people that are gonna be administrators on the page. If you're a first responder of any sort, just send in your name, show some sort of credential. We're not going to make it hard to join. But we want to make sure that we keep people that are first responders in there, because the whole point of it is for us as a group. And our goal is, if you're brand new to hunting, someone takes you under their wing. Hey, how do I get into hunting? Hopefully someone from the page takes you underneath the wing. Or let's say, you have a hunting spot, you're a first responder in Florida, and you have a good deer spot here in Illinois. We can coordinate that and have you guys meet up and, exchange hunts. Yep. And it's just to get more first responders into the woods. And we had, 2 or 3 people at the show ask us to take them out.
Just this show, let alone the pure show. So, like obviously I don't have...
It's still proof snuff cup.
I've had a couple people at each show, and then I've had a couple people just reach out to me through our existing channels, social media channels, to say, "Hey, can you take me hunting?" And it's not that I wouldn't love to, but I'm only one guy, and I have have a family, have a full-time job, and I don't have the
kind of a full-time job.
I am required to be there 40 hours a week,
except hunting season.
Then comp time, vacation time, But yeah, no. So I only have a limited amount of time, obviously, and then also nothing against those people, but I'm trying to take care of my own backyard first. Yeah. And I got people that either I work with or work next to, who they've asked me first. Well, they're going to take. Number one, it's easier just because they're right there. They're right there. But then number two, again, take care of your own first before you move on.
So that's also why we want to get this going, is because if there are people close to us that haven't reached out that would like to, this Facebook group gives you an opportunity to do exactly what we're talking about. So hopefully by the time this podcast drops, we should have that going. Should have been already up. So if you are listening to this, go ahead, go on Facebook, check out the page. If you're a first responder, wherever you are at nationally, go ahead, check it out, see if you want to do it. And we'll make it as easy as possible for you guys to join, but at the same time still make it secure enough that we don't have random people trying to join in and spam it.
Yep, and I'm sure we're gonna have some bugs and stuff we'll have to fix. We might make it too easy at first, got to make it a little harder, then okay, it's a little too hard, make it easier. We'll figure it out. kind of our first rodeo doing the Facebook page, but it's our Facebook group. But number one, I want to clarify, it's not a fan group.
Yes.
I know there's other brands out there that have fan groups, and that's cool. I don't care about that. I don't need a bunch of fans to be talking about what we're doing all the time. I want this to be for first responders. Yes, you'll be able to go watch our hunts on that Facebook group and some of our clips and stuff. And yes, I'll probably figure out somewhere where you can access our merch if you want. But the main thing I want is for other first responders to communicate either with us or with other first responders, coordinate, help each other out and make it a safe place. I also, though, want to clarify, I will allow some talk at work and stuff, but I don't want, there's plenty of other law enforcement or first responder pages we can talk about, hey, did you see the new bill that just got passed or anything like that. I don't want that. This is for us to get away from the chaos and chill and get away from it, do what we love in the outdoors, whether that's hunting, fishing, camping, whatever, and that's our main goal there.
And like another thing too, like if you're someone's using a different scent than you or anything like that, like this is a place that you can bounce ideas off of people while you're hunting.
Yep.
And that's honestly a big thing, is to just use it as that such. So please, we're asking you, do not come in there trying to talk shop, talk work, anything like that. We're just wanting really to get more people involved with hunting into the outdoors. And I know we keep saying it, but it's true. Escape the chaos.
Yep.
That's the main goal of this.
Yep, I agree. So that Facebook page, hopefully will be live by the time you hear this. I think that's pretty much it on the Facebook page. But,
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to talk about, I will hopefully have done a video already announcing this. So obviously we did last year. We started October 1st, the hunting guide segment. Had a blast doing it. Met some good coffee companies to talk to. We are still affiliated with Kenzo Coffee, but we're affiliate. We are now going to branch out and do some more coffee companies and just honestly advertise them and drink some coffee and see if it's good. But don't get me wrong, if it's bad, we're going to tell you it's bad.
And I'm not a coffee drinker.
So we're going to be doing more hunting ground segments with a variety of coffees. Again, I'm going to make a video, but if you're watching this and you miss that video and you have a coffee company you want us to try, reach out to us. Comment, send me a private message or whatever, and we'll try it. If I can get it here, I'll try it, as long as it's not some ungodly price for something.
Yeah. And another thing, too, if you see a video or you watch a video, which I hope you guys do watch, and you see a coffee company that we tried, and you also like said coffee company after watching our video, please let us know. Either comment on the video, send us a private message on Facebook, anything like that. So that way we know that our message is reaching people.
And some of these companies will have, that we're going to be working with this year, are going to have codes.
Correct.
So, if we tell you it's good and you want to try it, if we got a code for you, you can put it in there, and that helps us out. Again, I want to clarify, none of these companies are paying us. We are just reaching out and working with them, and just, we told them we're gonna give them their all honest feedback. They're not paying us or anything like that. If you use our code, you get a discount, and you're just telling them, hey, the Blue Line Outdoors sent us. That's it. We're not getting anything back yet or anything like that. And yeah, I might try a company I hate. I might try a company like, that's my new favorite. We really don't know. I love coffee, I like trying new blends, new roasts. So we'll just see. We'll see where that goes. I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. Ryan, good job. You're doing a good job.
Keep it up, lad.
Yeah, you did a really good job. Yeah, anything else about the shows or coffee that you can think of?
I will say that I know going into 2024, we are already secured in for Bloomington Deer and Beer.
Sure, I'm just waiting on the email.
Yeah. We're definitely going to go back.
Yep.
We're definitely going to go back again to Peoria.
Yep.
We're just kind of waiting for that also, which we've already talked about. We are going to trying to get into a couple shows that are out of state. Hopefully, we get into those bigger venues, like I said. But all in all, honestly, like, this is kind of just a recap of 2023 brand merchandise.
Very, very happy. Very happy. Like I said, and who knows, maybe by the time you listen to this, we might have the website and merch really going. But I plan on bringing back the original logo. That's the biggest thing we heard, is bring back the original logo or the broadhead design. Either one. Bring back that logo. So we plan on doing that. There'll be plenty of hats at the website. Honestly, I got the hat making down now. That was the big thing this year. I'm not mad at these other companies, but we're a small brand, and a lot of these companies I was ordering hats from, they had to raise their prices, and it's just not. I'm not going to charge you guys $50 for a hat, just so I can make a little money on it.
And for those of you that don't know, for merchandise or anything like that, we do everything in-house.
Correct.
So we're not ordering it from somewhere random that you don't know when your product's going to get there or when we know the product's going to get there. It is 100% coming from us. So when we have that merchandise in, Cody and myself, hopefully with the help of our significant others.
Thank God.
We'll get the merchandise done, so you know it's coming directly from us, and you know exactly who we are. You know his ugly mug. You know my beautiful face. You know exactly what you're getting, and so that is right now we're in the process of trying to get the original logo back by making it. Which is fine. It's a learning process. Yep. But once we get that process down, we're going to be able to throw merchandise out left and right.
Yep.
So we're also going to revamp our website.
Yep.
Cody and I are going to be talking about that more.
Yep.
Which please give us feedback also. If you visit the website and you see something that you'd like different, definitely give us a shout out.
TheThinBlueLineOutdoors.com. Pretty easy to find.
Yeah. We had to make it easy because Cody kept forgetting. But
It's not wrong.
just keep giving us feedback, even if it's negative feedback. We will take all sorts of feedback.
We like all feedback. As what you say the other night, there's no such thing as
Bad publicity.
So even if you think we should not raise our head up after a great shot, that's fine too. I agree. The red coat needs to learn how to shoot. I'm 100% in agreement. How dare he make a 116-yard shot?
How dare he do that?
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, we're just joking. If you see this and you're the one who left that comment, all love here.
We just like to poke fun at each other.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, we can't do any of this without you guys. We are right now just around 1,300 subscribers on YouTube,
which is nuts. If you told me when I first started this, that first month I had like 23 or 25 subscribers. And then I bit this. It took me like a month to do this bear hunt video because I didn't know how to edit. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna blow up. We got like maybe 30 subscribers. So the fact that now we're when I say we're knocking on 1,300's door, I just checked. That's when you saw me on my phone. We're at 1299.
You could be that lucky 13.
Yeah. And I'm hoping we hit that by the time you even hear this.
But in all honesty, like, you guys have been incredible. You guys have shown a lot of love and support, so we cannot thank you enough, in all honesty. We're hoping to continue our podcast, get back to that, because we've been kind of lax with it here lately. Yep. Hopefully we get some more guests on the show. But all in all, I mean, if you, like you said, you told me 3 years ago when we started this, that I would have told you you're crazy. Like, there's no way we're doing this. I didn't think we were going to get a tattoo. Honestly,
when I made the bet, I'm like, man, that's a lot of subscribers. I'm like, we might get it like 10 years from now. I don't know. I doubt it.
But it's been honestly, it's not just us. It is a credit to you guys to continue to support our message. Continue to support not only Cody and myself, but Ryan, Jesse, Kyle, all the other team members that we have. You guys have been great, and this season, I will say, if you are a fan of the Redneck and Red Coat, we do have something special coming out.
Yes, you may, if you follow us on social, you've seen little sneak peeks of it. But I'm hoping to have some merch with that here soon. We'll say it. It'd be fine. We just thought it's time for them to have their own logo.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been essentially a part of it since the fall of 2020 when I started. That's when I think the first time I recorded with them. That's when Jesse killed his first archery deer, if I remember correctly. And that might have even been the 2019 season, but I put it out in 2020.
Now I will say, just to cut you off real quick, Ryan is a first responder. Ryan is a dispatcher, which I know if you heard the videos, you don't know how either.
Well, I'm still wondering how I got hired.
But Jesse, that you guys might not know, he is not actually a first responder. We still love Jesse. Jesse's still our guy. Yep. Jesse actually helps prevent them from meeting said first responders, like cops, by helping the children as a vice principal.
Yep. He was a teacher. Then he became principal here in Illinois, and then he just accepted a vice principal job in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, home of the cheese. Bring me all the cheese.
So Jesse and Ryan, they've been awesome. The Redneck and the Redcoat. It's been a great series. They're hilarious together. So we're really excited for them and to see how they grow with their little sub brand.
Yep.
But still
Yeah, and
under
they're
the
not.
umbrella.
Yeah, and they're not like breaking off or anything like that. They're still within the Thin Blue Line Outdoors brand. And you'll see that in the logo when you look at it. You know, it references that. And Kyle, you're the man. Kyle came up with the logo. We gave him a vague idea of what we wanted, and he blew us out of the.
He's pretty much like our DJ Khaled, another one.
Yeah, exactly. So he's good at what he does there. So excited for that. I guess enough talking shop. We'll kind of go into hunting season. What we're excited about. Again, so as we record this, it's September 5th. You know, it's gonna be a couple weeks away from deer season by the time you listen to this. We're really excited.
We're gonna have a good year. We're gonna have a really good year. I think it's gonna be strong. We're all chomping at the bit to get there. I mean, just absolutely chomping. And I've been out earlier this year. I got a tree ladder this year, right? Is that what it's called? No, you said it's a ladder stand.
It's a ladder stand.
Yeah,
it's a tree stand.
I was right. It's a tree ladder stand. I said it correctly. He's yeah. Everybody knows what I meant. But I'm excited. I got that this year. Gonna help me hang it up. I already got the crossbow out way earlier than last year.
I get shocked, but shocked. We've already coordinated. We're gonna do some hunts together.
Yep, I already got my vacation time approved.
Yep.
I mean, we are going to just dominate this year. I can feel it. I think all of our team members are excited. I mean, Raver, he sent us those pictures of his property.
He's got a big one. Essentially all the team members. Everybody is filming this year, which is nice. So hopefully we'll have some more content. Last year, out of I think the 12 videos I put out, or 10 videos, I forget if it was 12 or 10. Only 2 of them didn't have kills on them, and they all had action, but they maybe didn't have the kills on them.
Pretty sure one of them was mine where I missed the deer.
That was year before. Yep. So if we could get some action in every video, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But if not, you guys know how deer hunting goes.
And just because I am who I am as a person, if you guys do need new beanies for shotgun season, we do have the orange ones ready to rock and roll.
Yep, they'll be on the site as you watch this.
Yeah.
So we'll listen to this.
So we'll have that. If you want to wear some camo, we got some camo ready to rock and roll.
Yep, the camouflage hat that Nate is wearing right now, old school camo, but I will be bringing back probably real tree edge. So you'll have that.
So there's definitely a lot of options going into hunting season. And if your significant other says you have too much, just tell them that you don't have that one. Yep. So
correct. It did work. It did work on a couple people.
We did get some.
Yep. So yeah, we're excited for that. Nate's definitely going to get out more. All the teamers going to get out more. I know what I have going on in my hunting world. So probably be hunting close to home first parts of October. As it gets later in season, we'll start expanding. I have a new lease this year in Central Illinois. Me and a couple guys. We'll see how that goes. A couple team members are part of that too, so that'll be good.
I'm excited to go back to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'll definitely take you back there. That's a good spot. A lot of deer in there. Not maybe sometimes not the biggest deer, but there's a lot of deer there.
If it's brown, it's down. That's where we're
trying to get
right
Nate's
now.
first deer. 100%. I think we'll accomplish that. I'm pretty.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be bigger than Jared's. There's no.
That's not hard to beat. Yeah.
We'll
Now, you had a chance to actually get a smaller deer, but you chose not to.
Correct.
Story time. I take Nate hunting.
First time ever, by the way, in that type of stand.
In a tree stand, yeah. He did not tell me he was scared of heights. I didn't know this. So anyway, we get him up there, and we're only hunting for maybe 30 minutes, hour tops, and this little button buck comes running in. I mean, real little. And
some would say it's a yearling.
Yeah, it definitely was. And it was 15, 20 yards, easy broadside shot, and Nate had his crossbow ready to go, and I just remember you looking at me like, is it bigger than Jared's? I'm like, no.
But I will say I was shaking. I was ready to that adrenaline dump is real. Yep. Buck fever is real, even if it wasn't a buck.
I mean, it had testes, I guess.
But yeah, that was it was funny though, because I looked at Cody when we first got to the stand, and he's showing me this, like, I'm really trying hard not to cuss because I'm about to. But he was showing me how to get up this damn stand, and I'm looking at him, And I'm sitting there, first off, it is janky. I'm going to say that right now. It is full-blown sketch. And I'm leaning forward like I'm about to fall out of this tree. And we have
There's a leaner.
We have a safety harness, if that's what you want to fucking call it. So I'm leaning forward, and I looked at Cody, and I'm like, why did you put me up here? And he's like, oh, this is a good spot to hunt, blah, 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 being Cody, right? Mm-hmm. And I told him, I was like, I'm afraid of heights. This guy looks me square in the face and goes, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
We're coming up on 10 years, and you're telling me you didn't know
I
this?
did not know that until that time. Did not know that.
Pick your best friend wisely.
I did not know that. But then we saw a big one that night too, because it was one of those things. He can shoot whatever he wants unless a big one comes out. Then the big one comes out. I'm like, all right, time to let Daddy work.
Yeah. And then I grabbed the camera. Yeah. This thing was a monster.
Yeah, and it just unfortunately it was a crest of a hill, so I was higher than Nate, so I could see it better than Nate could. So I don't think we got much. We got a little camera footage, but not a lot. But yeah, if I had a gun, he'd be dead. But,
that thing was
Yeah, it was about 50, 60 yards moving to. It was cruising. It was November, I think, during that time. So it was
early November.
Yeah, it was cruising, looking for some does. So yeah, that was a fun hunt.
Well, then that yearling came back again a second time.
Yeah, he could have shot it twice.
Yeah. So the first time it came back, I was like, no, we'll wait. And then it got just right about to money hour.
Yep.
And I was looking at Cody. I was like, I might just put it down at this point.
I gave him the green light. I'm like, up to you.
Our goal is to have a bigger deer than Jared, our first one.
Yeah. Which I think we do. He killed a good doe last year, but I think you can get him first deer. You can get him.
No doubt about it.
So yeah, but yeah, just excited. I'm kind of excited when it comes to my home farm. If you're watching this on video, so I killed this buck last year. This is just a shed from 2 years before. This buck I had about 3 years of history with on trail camera and stuff, and then I missed him. Well, I zipped over his back like 2.5 years ago, and and I ended up closing that chapter, which is really cool. But it's the first time I've had such a history of a buck, and now that I know he's not out there, I'm kind of like, man. Honestly, I'm kind of like, man, that kind of sucks. He's not out there to chase.
Now you got a new mission, new goal.
You got to find a new one. Yeah, you got to find a new buck. And fortunately, I have none of my trail cameras out right now because my dad, as I'm recording this here, is in Canada again. Him and a group of guys hunting some black bears. Yeah. So hopefully you have more coming from there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Kyle.
Yeah. So and then we have another team and we're going up tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get those trail cams back and get them out in September. But we'll also have some pretty cool footage, I'm hoping, from that hunt. So pretty excited about everything. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yep. Like I said, we bring back the weekly vlogs. About once a week, I'm gonna try to drop a video from a hunt. And I think we're not gonna have a problem doing that this year. So we won't have a problem doing that this year with enough people filming and recording stuff. And like I said, we'll have merch. So yeah, excited. We'll do a podcast probably at the end of the year, kind of talk about our 2024 plans more. But yeah, we've 2023 has been a good year for us. And I think it's going to be a good year. And I think honestly, it's just going to get better and better. So.
We'll keep supplying the content. You guys keep supplying the subscribes and the video hours, and we're going to see this thing explode over the next year.
It's the plan. All right. Anything else before I close it out?
I'm going to get a bigger deer than Cody this year. Call my shot.
I've had a pretty good year.
Calling my shot.
I have killed 2 hogs, and I've killed my biggest bear to date. I mean, I've had a good year.
Exactly. It means your luck's running out.
Ours just keeps rising. They keep getting bigger.
Well,
bigger than the hogs.
We know Cody's short, so that's going to start plummeting down soon.
That's true. All right, guys. I hope you guys appreciate this podcast. Like I said, we're going to have plenty more podcasts coming. Excited about everything, and I hope you guys kill a big buck, small doe, whatever you want. I don't care. I hope you have success in the field this year.
Get some meat in that freezer.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Be safe out there. Bye.